everyone. So we just thought we'd come on here and make a really quick video. We are currently traveling and we're still in our home state of Texas, and we're traveling around, and the point of our travels is what?
um, the point of our travels is essentially to look for potentially a new place that we could homestead. I guess there's not really any easy way to put it. She kind of put me on the spot on this, so it's not my way of doing things, but nonetheless, yeah. She kind of reiterated, I think, in one of her previous videos about in the truck, that we are thinking to potentially get another homestead. We've been looking for land for quite a while, and it's been a battle. Real estate is not something that's foreign to me. I've been in it for a while, or I used to be in my younger age, with some rentals. So definitely a passion of mine, but looking for land is a whole different thing. And yeah, I guess it's an interesting journey. It's been a long journey.
Yes,
And
it has. Especially in 2023, 2024. It's yeah, anything post 2020.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, that's essentially the main purpose of our trip, is to travel across multiple states. I've done it before, essentially, but I've done it pretty much alone, and I've been honing on her to be able to kind of come along with me, because I like, not for me as much as she gives me great confidence, to be able to pick and choose where and what. I just felt that because we've moved around several times already, that I didn't want to go ahead and just make a move by myself, because then in 5 years I'll be given the boot and saying that it's not the right place. And so I need full approval from both of us. And I definitely didn't want to do this again. So I've been honing on her to be able to come along, so that we would, even though many times she doesn't want to, but this time around we're able to find the freedom to be able to do it. So we're journeying across several states, and yeah, right now, as you can see in our background, it's absolutely stunning here. One of our Airbnbs in, surprisingly, it doesn't really look like it, I guess. Not that I know much about it before this, but it's in the eastern part of Texas.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that being said, we've got a long ways to go, and yeah.
Yeah, and we just spent some time in South Texas and checked those areas out, which was really interesting. I'd have to say that it was really beautiful along the coastline. We were around the Corpus Christi area and the surrounding cities and towns.
In its own way.
Yeah, in its own way. But yeah, I loved it. And it was great. You know, there's a lot of pros and cons to those areas. But a big difference right now that we're enjoying here is the amount of trees and the change in landscape. It's really green here, especially for, I mean, even in January, I should say. And it's nice. You feel the peace. Sometimes it takes a little bit of getting used to, because you feel a lot of times when you're out and about, you're like in the woods. So that's a little bit different, but it's beautiful. And there's a lot of land around here. Have to watch out for flooding. We've noticed that there's kind of a lot of areas that the water levels are really high and they just kind of stay stagnant. So like, for example, where we currently are, there's a lot of sloping topography, which he is really big on finding. Doesn't have to be like a huge slope, but you know, just not completely flat land is what we're looking for, you know, the next go around, because our land currently is flat and we'd like something with a little bit more character for next time. So yeah, but we were in South Texas, and then now we're in East Texas, and then within the next couple of days we'll be heading out and venturing off to another state. So that's interesting and exciting as well. Texas is so big that, I mean, it feels like we've seen multiple states within the past week and a half, but we're just still here in Texas. But we look forward to kind of hitting the road again soon. So
yeah,
yeah.
yep. still a lot to see.
Yeah.
It's almost the more you see, the more it gets a little bit confusing because it all looks the same at the end. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, we'll see. We'll see what God provides, and we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to give that quick update, you guys. And also, let me just ask, what would you say is some of the top things we're looking for right now with land? I like putting him on the spot because he's really good at it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired too, I think, from all the traveling and just finished a long day of work. But so what was the question again? Sorry.
Just some of the things that we're looking for like the next property, like the area.
Hands down, like you said, topography is huge. Just the amount of things that you can do with just topography to work with you, basically free energy, the amount of things that you can do with gravity and gravity-fed water sources, gravity-fed irrigation, just the beauty of it, and just it's from anywhere from shelter, from a little bit better for natural disasters, from privacy, it's endless really. And just again, like you can tell now, which is not significant, but it's enough. There's a good grade of slope here, decent amount. It keeps going further, and more steep
in the other areas too that you're not seeing. It's pretty good.
But it definitely helps with the natural beauty. It's actually stunning. So topography, I mean, privacy, water is our big thing because of where we are right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how much she wants to disclose or whatnot, but
well, we're in West Texas and there's just not a lot of water. You know, even the rain is about 20 or so inches a year. Yeah, no lakes and rivers around really, and so we have a well, but
so rain, I should say rain, is a big one. Again, we're thinking of potentially rainwater catchment was a huge one for us, as much as we have a well now, but that's kind of the part that I don't know if she's discussed, but our well is a little bit undefined, we'll say. I think we're sharing it with the farmer in the back or something. It's a little bit confusing. Even the well company really doesn't really know what's going on with it. Can't really identify it where it is. We have our well tank. It's just, but they don't know where the drilled actual casing is, which is kind of crazy.
Really bizarre.
Yeah, and but besides that, we just know that groundwater can sometimes be contaminated, just given all, I mean, there's oil and gas here and fracking throughout this state.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's not the most healthy thing for the environment.
No. And to even add on to that, where we are, there's a lot of big agriculture, a lot. I think we're like the cotton capital of the United States. And all of that seeps into all that. And it goes into the water, and it's just not healthy at all. And we just weren't really aware, you know, when we got to that area, and just didn't pay that much attention to that. And so looking to get away from that too.
So anyway, but basically, just bigger land, a lot bigger than what we have now would be ideal, just for the privacy. We have a big lack of privacy right now, and that's a big one for me. I've complained about that for the past 2 years. Nonetheless, we're still grateful. I'm just saying that
definitely
we still require a little bit more. Sorry, there's a side-by-side that's just passing along because this is a big rental area. So but essentially that's that. And I don't know if there's
more land, and then also zoning that is potentially unrestricted. So where we currently are, the land is pretty restricted, and okay, sorry about that. We just had somebody come over, and so we just need to stop the video really quick. But we were just finalizing by saying that also, you know, we're looking for land that is completely unrestricted, and hopefully has no covenants or deed restrictions or anything like that, which is kind of hard to find. It seems like there's a lot of places that just have random restrictions. I mean, we were even looking at one land earlier today, for example, that it's in an area that has absolutely no zoning, but then there's a covenant that you can't have more than one dog outside per 5 acres. So just stuff like that doesn't seem to make sense, especially in a rural setting. So anyways, that's just another big thing that we're looking for. I know there's more to our list, but those are just some of the things off the top of our head. We usually have like a long list of things we're kind of looking at, but again, those are some of the main items, unless I'm kind of missing anything else that you could think of right now.
No, not really. Essentially, that's just it. I mean, there's a lot of future plans that we would like to do with the land. So, of course, size matters at this point. And yeah, just again, the items that we've mentioned. But that's kind of our conviction right now. But besides that, not really more than that. Of course, all those 2 or 3 different categories encompasses a deep rabbit trail of different endeavors. So
Right.
but yeah, no, that's essentially it.
Yeah. And also, I should just say, we could find these things more easily if we were willing to spend all kinds of money on the land and go into debt over it. But those are things that we're not willing to do. So we're trying to find things that are still reasonable, which is very hard in these days. And yeah, just don't, we're not looking to get a loan on it and whatnot. So again, it just really narrows down the pot of options. So anyways, we are happily hunting and just checking out different regions. Again, we've been enjoying Texas, and we look forward to the next state on the list. So guess we'll see you guys there. Take care, and thanks for watching. Bye.